Hello everyone, this is Seeker from Team Liquid, and I am pleased with today's guest. It is the very famous, the very funny, and the very handsome RotterdaM. So, being here in Anaheim, in a grand final stage like this, where Blizzard specifically built the stage just for this tournament, like being in this environment, just how do you feel right now?
Are you making fun of like the average interviewer or something whenever someone wins a tournament? Like, how do you feel right now? Or is it like genuine question? If you mean it seriously, then obviously.
I mean it seriously.
Okay, well, obviously it feels great, and it's really awesome to see that so much effort went into building the arena like this. A couple of months ago, I was on Remax, and they asked me what I was expecting from the WCS Grand Finals, and I actually said that I would have been very disappointed if they went with the same lame stage that they had in 2011 and 2013, because I didn't really like that stage that much. Like, you know, for 2011, okay, but for 2013, I didn't like it, and 2014 should have really been different. So the stage is super badass, and one of the things I always find most fun about it is just like I get to meet very happy StarCraft fans. Like on the internet, it sometimes seems like we have so many like Debbie Downers in our community, and I recently called out a couple of like diehard StarCraft 2 fans on Twitter. Like, I know those guys really care about the game, but they're just so freaking negative all the time that sometimes like it kind of ruins my mood. And here you just meet like these genuine happy people that cannot believe that they can watch an event this big and that they get to meet their favorite SC2 players, and you know, they say some nice words to you about your casting or my teamwork with Nate, and that is actually, you know, the most fun thing for me. So obviously it feels great.
Wow, that is great to hear. I can't imagine what it must feel like to be someone who gets to cast these games and just be here in this presence right now. So I gotta know, because a lot of people want to know, because Blizzard finally made some announcements about Legacy of the Void, and obviously you were here and you were with the pro gamers and you were watching the games. And how do you feel about these new changes that have come for Legacy of the Void, such as the worker count being increased to 12 and the mineral numbers reducing down from 1,500 to, what is it, like 1,000 or 900 now? And all these changes right now, so do you think it's going to affect the game drastically, such as like maps or just the balance of the game, maybe meta shift? Like, how do you feel? What's going to happen?
It is pretty. Ooh, sorry, I felt like I had an ant on my, or a bug on my leg. I'm very paranoid when it comes to ants.
Get away, ants.
I think drastic is a big word, because in the end of the day, we're still playing StarCraft, and some things will still look very much the same. But does it have like a huge impact in certain areas or in a certain way that we approach professional StarCraft or even casual StarCraft? Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, it's going to help out a lot with the downtime early on. You know, it won't take a minute anymore before we have the first gateway going down or something. So I think it's really exciting. I think it's fun. I think above all, it's going to be extremely challenging, because, you know, my bases are going to run out a little sooner. I love my 2-base attacks, and I can still do them, but I can't do them for as long as I used to do them. Like the good old Alfie attack, 22 minutes on 2 bases, is not going to work, you know. So it's definitely going to have a pretty big impact on the way we see StarCraft and the way we play it. But we should also not overdo it. Like, yeah, it's big, but at the end of the day, it's still StarCraft, and it's still the same workers that are mining the minerals and stuff. But I'm very excited about it. I think especially, you know, like top Koreans will once more have the chance to truly show that they are better than the rest of the world, because there's just more options. It's going to be more expanding. It will be more demanding to play at the highest level. So at least maybe not like the first 2 minutes. I actually think it's a little easier for the casual player, because sometimes you already skip like a couple seconds to build your worker and people fall behind and they don't understand the game. Now they at least start with 12, so everybody has money to build a gateway, so that's a little bit more accessible. But then obviously the moment that the first base starts running out, that's when the game becomes a lot more challenging, which I think obviously the better your macro is, and mine is not very good, the more that will benefit you, and the more players like I will struggle a little bit.
All right, thank you. So I gotta know, and I'm sure a lot of people are wondering this as well, in your opinion, which race do you think is the strongest for Legacy of the Void, and which race do you think is the weakest? I mean, which race got the most benefits, and which race totally got screwed over?
I mean, okay, first of all, like, I think people who are like freaking out right now about balance is absolutely ridiculous. Like, guys, don't worry. This is like not even pre-alpha or whatever, you know. Like, yeah, okay, we finally see the game and it's awesome, and yeah, some things look really silly. I don't think you have to be a rocket scientist right now to figure out that Terran looks ridiculously strong. The new units are amazing, their abilities are amazing, but I don't really focus too much on the fact that they look really strong. I focus on the fact that they look fun as hell. Like, I'm a Protoss player, my Terran sucks. My Terran macro is like the worst. I supply block myself with like freaking 18 probably, but it looks so fun. Like it looks like these new units are very fun. It looks like you can do so much cool stuff with it. I don't think any race got screwed over. I do, and that's something I said before as well in a different interview. I kind of wish that Protoss got 2 new units, because I felt in Heart of the Swarm, I didn't really feel like we got 2 new units. Like, yeah, we got the Mothership Core, but you can only make one of them, so I didn't really see it as a brand new unit. I more felt it like a smaller version of a unit that we already had. And then we got the Oracle, which obviously, you know, is pretty important in this day and age of Protoss. And now again we get the Disruptor, which looks like a pretty badass unit, which once again challenging I think to control, but still very fun. But I kind of wish we had one more. Just, you know, I always like, I have a different point of view on from Blizzard at this point. Like Blizzard wants to make sure that every single unit that's in the game is actually being used, and I kind of just feel like, you know, just put a bunch of units in it, and then we'll figure out which ones we use and which one we use a little less. And then we can always like later on patch and nerf things, and I just like having more stuff, but that's just me. But I don't think any race got screwed, but Terran definitely got the best hand so far.
All right, well, thank you very much. Now, here's going to be the final question. Well, actually, not really a question. Just why don't you just say something to your fans, you know, the people who love RotterdaM, you know, as a player, as a caster, and just say something to your fans, and let us know what can we expect from you for 2015.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank everyone who's always kind and polite over the internet, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of negative people, like I said before, but for those amounts of small negative people, we have so many amazing, passionate StarCraft 2 fans, and a lot of them are very nice to me, and they've shown me a lot of support over the years. And even on an event like Blizzcon, people come to me like, man, I used to watch you 3-4 years ago. It's amazing how far you've came as a StarCraft commentator. So, you know, just I have nothing but love for all these guys, and I'm very happy that they put me in the position that I am able to do what I do, because I will not deny that, like, at a certain point, you know, some days you wake up and you feel lazy because you're human and you almost take it for granted. But, you know, then you go to an event and you meet all these people who say like, man, you are like the luckiest guy in the world. And then I think about it as like, yeah, I pretty much am the luckiest guy in the world. You know, I may not be the richest guy in the world. I know people hashtag cast the money is a good joke and all, but it's not always like that. It's not always sunshine. But I am very, very blessed to be in the position that I am. So just thank you so much to everyone who's been watching myself, who's been polite, who's been giving me good feedback or just good responses over the internet. And the last few months I haven't streamed a lot at all, so that will definitely change in the upcoming months. I've been very busy first with WCS and Red Bull together. I've been very focused on that. After that I had a girlfriend for a while, so that kind of took some time. But yeah, that didn't really work out for me. So I think now I'm just going to kind of go back to the lifestyle I had in the start of the year, where I want to focus a lot again on playing. I actually think right now I'm the worst player I've been in like 2.5 years. So that's I mean, like, if I play 50, 100 games, I'm back again where I want to be. But right now I don't feel that confident in my play. So I'm going to be streaming a lot. I'm going to try to make it entertaining. And it's hard for me to say exactly what 2015 has in store for me, because I still have to talk with companies, but I have high hopes that it will be another year like this one. And I was very happy with 2014. I think it went awesome, and I learned a lot, and I feel like I improved a lot in life as a person and work-wise, and I felt I improved in my job. So I just hope that 2015 is going to be as good and fun as 2014, and yeah, just keep a close eye on all the social media networks, and you'll see what you can expect from me.
Thank you very much. Guys, that was RotterdaM. Expect big things from him in 2015. Keep showing him all the love and support, because this guy very well deserves it. And he's so handsome. Why is he so handsome? All right, this is Seeker from Team Liquid, signing out.